Hello, this is Jim Keener, Certified College Planner with the National Institute of Certified College Planners, your coach for college. This is our EFC tune-up course. It will provide you with a FAFSA EFC number based upon your 2011 income tax return. And then what we'll do is we'll look at some possible strategies that you can use that will reduce your EFC number. As you know, the EFC number is an important determination in the amount of financial aid that you might qualify for. In working with clients, I use a three-step process: knowledge, process, and execution. This course will teach you and give you the knowledge about how the EFC works, provide you a process through the software to determine what your EFC number might be. Then we'll provide execution on how to lower your EFC number when possible. This is a software that you'll be sent once you purchase the course, and we'll just start at the top left, and you'll see that this is information about how to use the software. So these are specific instructions. I'm always available to answer any questions that you might have. This information here is a very useful information dealing with all kinds of information about what you should do when, as far as a calendar, early awareness. It explains to you the difference between federal financial aid versus private financial aid, and also has a glossary down here that provides you with all different types of terminology when it comes to college and college planning. What we're going to do now is just to go through the software. It's basically 9 basic screens. They're very easy to answer. This shouldn't take you more than like 12-15 minutes to do. Over to the right, you'll see this area here on each screen. It gives you an explanation of what they're asking for. So this is the first screen, student information. You just enter that information in, and then you go to the next screen. And what you'll see here is in red, that's required information. And again, you go through here and you answer these questions. Again, over to the right, it explains everything that you need to know. The family information, again, over to the right, everything you need to know. And by the way, over down here to the lower right, these are icons that actually you can jump between screens. But the first time you go through, you should just go through and answer the questions. The third screen deals with your tax filing status. The fourth screen deals with parent taxable income summary. And what happens here is you'll see details, and then that actually explodes to a different screen. Here you can take your W-2 form out and fill out whatever's in the boxes, and you can add or delete W-2 forms here. And then you exit the details screen, takes you back to screen 4. You also do the same thing with details for your spouse. Screen 5 is your parent untaxed income exclusions, and again, there are detailed screens here for each one of those with explanations over to the right. The main thing is here that all you're trying to do is get as much information into the calculator as you can, because at the end you're going to forward that information back to me, and then we'll get on the phone or do a live screen share for additional questions that I might have. The biggest thing we're doing here is we're getting a what-if analysis of where you are today and where we might be able to take you by lowering your EFC number. Screen 6 is the parent asset summary. And again, you have your detail screen here that explodes, and let me just share that with you for a moment. And this just shows you how you fill your information in about your checking accounts, stocks, bonds, if you have any qualified educational funds like 529s or Coverdales. And then this kind of totals everything up. If you're not sure about something, just take a note, and we'll talk about that. Basically, I can oftentimes determine by looking at the information you provide if there's something missing. This is your asset summary. That's the screen we were just on. Moving to screen 7. Here is a student contribution, and this is an important screen because a lot of people do things for good reasons, but the financial aid formula penalizes you. I had a client recently that put $10,000 into his son's checking account to help him teach responsibility about money and start to build some credit. Unfortunately, that was assessed at 20%, and that was $2,000 against the financial aid formula. So you want to be careful about where the money sits and how it's positioned, and that's the whole point of the EFC course tune-up. Again, we're going to provide you with the knowledge, the process, and the execution to solve this problem, so you're not surprised when you fill out your FAFSA number and you get a very high number when you may have perhaps been able to lower it. Moving to screen 8, this is your parent contribution estimate. So this is the total contribution in this example is $10,235 that the parents are expected to contribute. This is just the parent, and then we move to screen 9. This shows the estimate, and what that does is it adds the parent and the student's contribution together. So one of the things we would do is we look at the student contribution and we say, okay, $1,400. How can we lower that? Maybe there's a bunch of money sitting in a savings account, like in this example. And then we look at the parent contribution. We look at, there's certain ways you can lower it. There's no guarantee, but what we're trying to do is to eliminate any possible strategies that we might be able to deploy on your benefit and for your benefit. And that's what we're really working on here. So basically, the last step of this process is that you go ahead and put my email in, Jim Kuehner, Kuhner, at collegeselectionstrategy.com. And down here, you send your data. And you'll notice there's no social security numbers or anything like that in this information. And additionally, it is encrypted, so it's secure. And this is the first step. Once you sign up for the course, then what I'll do is review the data, get together with you, try to figure out if we need to add additional information, which I'm sure we will, and then look at lowering your number. In addition, one of the things we can also do for you is take a look at how everything is set up, whether or not you can reduce some other things relative to your income, which is not always possible. But again, the whole idea of this course is to provide you with the knowledge, the process, and execution of lowering your EFC FAFSA number. In addition, like I said, we can also work on profile, which is for the private schools. But the starting point is always with the FAFSA EFC, because it will give you a basic understanding of how this works. One added bonus, you downloaded this software, it's on your computer, you have unlimited use to it, so as we go back and forth, you might come up with some ideas if you really want to work at it. Otherwise, that's what you have me for. I hope you consider signing up for the course, and if you have any questions, please email me at Jim Kuehner, Kuhner, at College Selection Strategy. Again, that's Jim Kuehner, Kuhner, at College Selection Strategy. Thank you for your time.